All right, guys, injuries from the game. Renardo Green left with a hamstring, didn't return. We'll have to get more imaging on that tomorrow to see if he pulled it. Austen Pleasants had a knee, not an ACL, but we got to find out for sure exactly what it was tomorrow. Nick Martin also left with a hamstring there at the end. Go ahead.
What was his
He got his abductor in practice.
Kyle, I mean, it seemed like, the most electric moment of the game was Jacob Cowan's punt return. Just what does that do for his bid to win that job, and just what you saw out of him tonight?
I thought it was huge. I know he lost the first one in the light, which was a big disappointment just because it was about a 30-yard change of field position, and we ended up backed up because of it. So got a little frustrated there, but he lost it, and then he definitely redeemed himself on the next one. Getting that 80-yarder was a big-time play, and he's always shown us his talent since he's been here, and he's been able to string together a couple of healthy weeks, and that was a huge play he had today.
You came on in a completely live setting for the first time. What was your impression?
I was real happy with him. Seeing him for his first practice there on Tuesday versus the Chargers, you could see it a little bit, and I thought nothing changed today. He ran real physical. Would love to keep him in there a little bit longer, but with it being his second day back, we were smart with him, and I think pretty sure he got out healthy, and I'll give him a chance to have 4 good days this week.
Speak on the running back room. Since your McCormick, what did you see from him today, and what are things that you liked?
I thought his run was great. It was blocked well, but then he's the one who finished it. We hadn't had an explosive run like that to go the distance in a while. I was happy with all the guys ran today, though. It was a big day for him.
How about the quarterbacks, Kyle? I mean, you got Brock in there for a series, which seemed perfect with the 12-snap series.
Yeah, moved the ball decent. We would have liked to go down and score. I don't think we actually crossed the 50 on it. We ended up having 12 plays. He converted 3 third downs, which was big. But then I thought he'd get 2 drives, but I think it was 12 plays, so we took him out after that. And Matt came in. We didn't really want him to go into the third. Missed a couple throws. Also had a touchdown that I thought was a pretty good throw that Strib just ended up dropping. And then Adrian came in. I know he had those 2 picks. Second one I thought was unfortunate. He was trying to make a play down the sidelines, but I thought he also did some good things too.
So with Stribling, these 2 preseason games, this has been a camp-long thing where we've asked you how well he's doing. Did you give him any grief about dropping that potential touchdown? What are you seeing out of him?
Yeah, that's his strength is his hands. It was one that Mac let go really early. When you call a double move down there, you get that ball up and down, and Mac threw it about as early as you can. So I don't think he picked it up until it was about 3 yards away from him, which makes it a real tough catch. And but he's got the ability to do it, so he needs to come down with that one.
You really praised his blocking during the draft process. Are you seeing that as sort of like a high floor for him right now, or how has he been in that?
I think he's getting better at it. He's got the mentality to do it. He's smart enough to do it, and he's committed to do it. He's got the size to do it. But it's now about putting him in all those situations because it's not just about blocking corners. You got to be on defensive ends at times, linebackers, and I don't know how he did today in that aspect. He's been getting better in practice, but I fully expect him to be good when the season gets here.
With Pleasants getting some time at left guard and now getting hurt, how do you see that comp down? I guess it's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire. It seemed like those guys did good today. Hopefully we have some good news with him, and it's not too much so we can stay in that battle. But I know he got reps today at tackle and at guard, and but I think the other guys got to play a lot too, which is what we were hoping for. We're hoping to have some good film on those guys, and we'll get to that as soon as we get on the plane.
Is there a reason Robert Jones isn't out there today?
He's injured right now. I'm trying to figure out what it was. Can't remember. But he's going to be out possibly next week, too.
Jack Jones was pretty active in that first half for you guys. What did you see from him and the defense making big plays? He had a Ephesians Price Sockles making some pass breakups there. What do you see in their advancement from the previous game to now?
I think they took a step forward. Trying to do that each week in practice, too. I thought we gave up a number of big plays in the practice on Tuesday, and thought we pretty much shut them down today. So I was real proud of those guys for that. Jack made some huge plays. He's been doing that in practice, too, being aggressive on a lot of in-breaking routes and not getting beat deep. So I was real happy with him today.
That play where it was the second quarter, I want to say, and they stopped on the 5-yard line for getting a touchdown. I think Sammo had a stuff there. What did you see from that play, and how the defense responded?
On which one?
It was the Jack Jones pass breakup in the end zone. Sammo had a stop. I think it was Garrett Wall with the tackle there, 5-yard line.
Yes. Yeah, Jack made a great play on the ball, I thought. I thought he covered his guy. It seemed like every time they went at Jack, he knocked the ball down. So he just continued what he's been doing throughout the game.
There hasn't been much production from the pass rush with the defensive ends. Do you temper some of the concerns there, knowing that you'll probably have Bosa back and then Michael at some point? And Keon?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we were going to go some time without those guys, and hopefully we have them back for Australia, and hopefully get better at that as the year goes. But, I have been happy with the guys who that have been going. I've been happy with some of our younger players, especially interior-wise. I think Romelo's got a lot of playing time and been able to stay healthy through camp, so I think he's been real encouraging. And I also think just schematically and stuff, we've had to do a number of different things that you're not always just relying on the four-man rush. And I think that's some stuff we're getting better at that hopefully we'll be able to use in the season.
At this stage, the left guard competition, is that something that whoever plays in week one, that's something that spills into the season potentially in terms of the battle and evaluating guys?
Possibly. I mean, it's the guys that are battling, they haven't all had a consistent, 3 weeks to do it, or a month to do it, especially Carver just coming back, missing those first 2 weeks. And now Robert Jones is out. So all those guys are in the battle. Connor Colby, he's been getting a lot of reps there too. So all those guys are in the battle. We got to pick one for week one, and hopefully one of them will separate themselves and make that a little easier for us. But week one's just week one. It's never stops. It's always going.
You want to declare Cowan as your punt returner now?
Not yet, but I like that he's making it easier.
What do you think is the biggest learning curve for Carver? I mean, you played tackle in college and moving inside.
I mean, it's just getting used to, I think, working with the center, going against some different players. It's blocking a guy is blocking a guy, but a lot more happens inside. Tackles can kind of be on an island. You face some heavier edge rushers and stuff like that. When you go inside, there's a lot more going on schematically and stuff like that. But that's one of the things we liked about him. He's a real smart player, and football doesn't seem too big for him.
Yes, sir. All right, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.